Right through here. Right through here. Right there. Good morning. First of all, you can feel free to move closer together. We all know each other. We just haven't seen one another in a while. Is that all right? And people, this is a rally, isn't it?
Yes.
So we ain't going to be quiet today, are we? We were quiet while we were waiting, weren't we?
Yes.
And many of you came from different states. I talked to some people from Alabama. Alabama, raise your hand. Oh, look at that from Alabama. Give yourselves a round of applause. Alabama people. Some people here from Georgia. I'm going to get North Carolina. Georgia. Raise your hand, Georgia. Two brothers in the back just walked up. We appreciate you. People right here from Georgia. North Carolina. North Carolina's in the house today. Virginia. Some people here from Stony Creek. People, this is a very, very trying time for black farmers. And this is not a new issue. This is not a new issue. This is an issue that has been going on for decades. It's been an issue where many of our parents experienced. Many of our forefathers experienced discrimination, mistreatment, the lack of loans, the lack of subsidies, empty promises, 40 acres and a mule. And today we're in Washington on April the 28th. Not many in numbers, but far greater in spirit. That's right, somebody should know. You should be clapping on that. Far greater in spirit. And I'm going to ask my staff here to just grab this. Just grab that mule, ain't going to kick you. Step right there, Ma. You bigger than the mule is, he ain't going to kick you. All right. Walk it right down this way in front. Go ahead. Somebody grab it and hold that in right there. Young Lucas, grab it right there with that pretty lady. She ain't gonna bite you. Roll that on out there. And many of you say, what is this man rolling out? That's the name of 75,000 black farmers that are not here, but are still waiting for justice. And we ought to be clapping for that today. Look at all those names and addresses of persons that have been mistreated, persons that have been waiting. And from our recent outreach, many of those farmers have since passed on over a decade. Are y'all with me today? Yes. They may not be here with us, but we're going to keep on fighting until the Department of Agriculture pays every black farmer that's been mistreated, discriminated, forgotten about, already gone. We've lost land. Y'all with me today? Yes. And we're here today not against the president. Some of the reports in the media said, well, this is an anti-Obama rally. This is not an anti-Obama rally. This is to say, Mr. Busy President, they are black farmers who've been promised a measure in the Farm Bill over a year ago. And we're here today to say, don't forget about us. But while you're making decisions with AIG, and while we're bailing out banks, and while we're bailing out car companies, and while we're passing stimulus packages, we ought to pay the black farmers what you owe them, which is $50,000 per farmer. Are y'all with me today? We're not here today to say, Mr. President, we're against you. We're with you. We want you to do what was promised to the black farmers on the campaign trail.
Yes, yes.
We came out in record numbers in states like South Carolina, and Virginia, and North Carolina. We came out in record numbers, and we're saying, while you have many issues to deal with, reach back and remember the little people. Reach back and remember the poor people. Although we're not some large corporation, we're not a large corporation, we're not a large bank, but without America's farmers, our country is doomed to fail. And if you want to stimulate the economy, the way to stimulate the economy is put money back into rural America. And by putting money into African American farmers' hands, and to say, go out and plant your crop, we can then bury an old hatchet that continues to resurface. There are no green programs for us. There's no subsidy programs for us. All of those things are not going to take place until you pay the black farmers what you owe them.